Zoom is taking notes. We don't need no stinking notes. Where we're going, we don't need notes. What's happening, team? Give it a couple of seconds here before we get jiggy. All right, Zeus. Head out. Good boy. Kirk. Before we get jiggy with it, hopefully my microphone is working. All right, let's start this shindig. All right, we are recording. We are live. What's happening, team? How you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Happy Monday, April 13th. It's going to go through. Today is the 7-day jumpstart information. You guys already know the deal with the course material inside the school platform here, inside the 7-day jumpstart. Wanted to touch base on the day one den specialist. I'm going to show you guys what I put in addition to our day one den assistant coach. So let's see where we're at here. Let's share first. Let's share the slide deck. Entire screen. Screen number 2. I'll share that one. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Looks like you are. So we'll say yes. We'll say yes to the we'll say thumbs up to the shared window. All right. So for the day one den, and now just to make sure, it's somewhat trying to track your guys' workouts as we go through, and also to make sure that there is no there's a reference point. There's a reference for the day one den special assistant coach, so you can see their protocol in that large number. Those numbers. All right. So those numbers you can have to double check on this one, but just to make sure, I think it does. Because I always recommend you guys, if you guys go through the assistant coach and you like that workout, copy and paste that workout or screenshot that workout and keep it for yourself for future exercises or for future workouts. Right? So even today and yesterday, but today we'll talk about today. You know, I used the day one den assistant coach, and I did a every minute on the minute for a shoulder workout. I was asked for a shoulder workout. And normally I would do shoulders and legs today, but the gym was really packed today inside the Ritz gym. So what I did, I asked for a shoulder workout. And I wanted to do a HIIT style format. So it gave me every minute on the minute perform these exercises. So one was a clean to a shoulder press and aim for 10, I believe it was 10 reps. So it's a little heavier set. And so that's minute, it gave me two options. It gave me exercise or workout A and workout B. Workout A and B, cycle through those for, get this, 14 minutes. That's a long one. All right, so that's a long one. So I wanted to do kickboxing. I also wanted to do my regular shoulder routine and a little bit of other legs as well too. So I shortened that to 8 minutes. I know 8 minutes it was still tough. So what I did was clean to shoulder press for 10 repetitions, every minute on the minute, right? And then of course I also did the exercise B portion. I believe was weighted squats. I did not do weighted squats, but I wanted to save some energy for kickboxing. So I self-adjusted and went through 10 or 12 jump squats. And then that was for 8 minutes. All right, so that's just a slight modification I did on my own. And it's just because I know my fitness level. Now, tying back to the 7-day jumpstart, if you guys look at the course material, you already have, there's already pre-recorded videos, there's exercises, there's, we have material already for you guys to work with. I just added in for today's check-in or group coaching call. So we have the additional protocol here. So we have pain-free performance. We have 0 equipment needed because that's what the jumpstart is. You don't need any equipment, just body weight. Duration is 28 minutes. Right, so refining the machine today so I can roar tomorrow. All right, so I can roar, hey, tomorrow. All right, listen up. Day one isn't about providing you're strong. Day one isn't about proving you're the strongest in the room. It's about proving you're the most disciplined. A growth mindset means you don't view non-impact as easy. You view it as a surgical approach to longevity. Embrace the burn, respect the mechanics, and let's build a version of you that moves without limits. So again, so just from being a personal trainer for the past 16, 17 years, it's about moving correctly. It's about having our posture nailed down and making sure that we are addressing leaks in our posture, in our exercise form, right? To make sure that we are working and we are making sure that we are performing exercise correctly, and so we can continue on this fitness journey, right? So it's been, teaching martial arts for 21, 22 years, but I'm still, thankfully 43 years young, and the workout style and my program design for myself, I'm still rocking and rolling. I did, of course, have that injury with the hamstring, but I self-adjusted and corrected myself in my workouts and make sure I did my prehab exercises to incorporate hamstring recovery, hamstring rehab. Right, so the specialist mindset, right? So longevity and discipline, that's what we want to have on this scale here, is to have the longevity and discipline heavy. So that's what the input we are providing in our day-to-day lives is longevity and discipline. We don't want ego and joint impact. Right, so we don't want to have, the weekend warriors back in the day when CrossFit first started out. Weekend warriors is going through, Fran or, the exercise names that they had back in the day. They probably still do, but I know CrossFit went through a series of mishap with the founder. But I digress. So we're refining the machine today so I can roar tomorrow. So within the Day One Den Specialist text box, I incorporated, I want to make sure that my goal is to work out during the 7-day jumpstart every single day. So I want non-impact exercises, right? So there's a prompt I put in, or there's a text I put into it to specialize the workout output. Right, so mission parameters and the SMART diagnostic matrix. So the user base goal, my base goal that I inputted, was work out each day with non-impact exercises. So according to the SMART tool framework, so it's specific, modality defined, non-impact. Is it measurable? Binary outcome, yes or no? Optimization required. Right, achievable, highly probable, removing impact eliminates joint soreness. Is it relevant? Perfect alignment for jumpstart day 1. And is it time bound? Constrained to this week. So the upgrade path, right? So I'll show you in a second here what the day one assistant coach said, right? My current grade was a B+, but I can upgrade to an A+. So a specialist directive. So define exactly when each day this happens and set a minimum duration of 20 minutes. Consistency thrives on a strict schedule, right? So that's another thing too, like with the brain behind it, 20 minutes. At first it was 21 minutes, then I changed it to 28 minutes. And of course, you can always add in exercises as well too as you go through. But that 28-minute block is specifically designed. It is designed in this framework. So National Academy of Sports Medicine. So we have phase 1. We have neural preparation, baseline resting state, focus, synovial fluid circulation. Right. So we have central nervous system activation, CNS. All right. So neural prep phase 1. This is during the 20-minute block. Now we have phase 2, power, focus, fast twitch, fiber recruitment. And of course, we have phase 3, strength, focus, time under tension. Phase 4, recovery, down-regulating the nervous system. So this pathway, these 4 phases are vital for our workout design. Just like we have inhibit, lengthen, strengthen, and of course provide into our workout protocol as well. 20-minute timeline. So phase 1, we have neural activation and synovial fluid activation. Circulation, my apologies. Right, so for this workout, we had controlled articular rotation with neck and shoulders. Then we went to cat and cow to a bird dog flow. Then we have 90-90 hip switches. Then phase 2, fast twitch fiber recruitment without joint jarring. This is in addition to the 7-day jumpstart exercise workouts we already have. Right, tall to snap downs. Start on tippy toes, violently snap down to a quarter squat. Stop instantly and a 0 bounce. So picture you have a med ball. I did a similar exercise with a client the other day at the park. So you have your hands up, tippy toes. You want to arch back a little bit. Exhale as you kind of think you're forcefully throwing a med ball through the ground. Then of course we have shadow boxing. Serratus anterior, the jab muscle to help out with our shoulder issues that we may have. So shadow boxing is great for the shoulders, core, cardiovascular component to it. So easy shadow boxing, of course, you can go for full-on speed as your technique or how your current fitness level and also your kickboxing IQ. And phase 3, enforcing postural integrity through time under tension. So we have tempo squats on this one. So follow the strict 4-0-1 sequence. So it's eccentric, 4 going down, 0 on the bottom, 1 up high. So as you can see the pyramid here, 4 seconds down, 0 second pause, 1 second to stand. Phase 3, isometrics, the absolute power of mechanical stillness. So iso push-up holds. This is a tough one. So you want to hold 20 seconds in the high position or high plank position, 20 seconds on the midpoint of the push-up, and then 20 seconds on the low push-up, hovering, and then 1 minute rest. Then we have a static glute bridge marching. Lock the bridge, lift 1 foot exactly 2 inches off the ground. You switch. Target is glute and lower abs. Hazard, we don't want a pelvic tilt, even a millimeter shift, or using lower back to lift. We don't want that. And sorry, also, we don't, for the isometric hold 20-20-20, we do not want sagging hips or hiking the butt into the air. Then we have phase 4, down regulating the nervous system and resting the spine. So we have floor T-spine openers. So I did this yesterday in one of the videos, the assistant coach, windmill action here. Open like a book. Then diaphragmatic box breathing. Always want to have that breathing component to it to down regulate the heart rate, and also to really tone in, to really fine tune or really dial in that we just finished the workout, bringing back the focus to the body and to the breath. All right, so then of course, yeah, so the seed here, this is just your, the log combination code. So successfully logged, mindset collaboration, the why, precision execution, phases 1 through 3, down regulation and consistency matrix, the daily schedule. Right, so now master specialist note, you have completed the first step of the habit loop. Tomorrow is about refinement, so stay disciplined. Sorry, my nose is itchy here. All right, so that was just the slide deck for the workout parameters that I put into the Day 1 DIN Specialist Assistant Coach. And here is picture in picture, allow every time on visit, allow this time. Picture, oh, that's cool. And let's share this page. Right, so in the operational boundaries or the text box where I want to input the assistant coach and let him or her know what we want. So I am starting day 1 of the Jumpstart program. My why is to create a healthy fitness habit And my specific SMART goal for this week is to work out each day with non-impact exercises. Based on the program's focus on a growth mindset, can you give me a 30-second pep talk and a review if my goal is specific and measurable enough for this week? Again, this is our assistant coach, right? So the beauty of the Day One Den is having the human element of myself being here and future coaches, so you can talk, ask questions, jump on the group video coaching call, and of course the news feed chat thread. If you have any questions and questions or celebrations that you do have, right? And so we just went through this, but I'll show you, just go over the 30-second pep talk. Oh, actually, we kind of went through this already. We did. All right, so yeah, listen up. Day one isn't about proving you're the strongest in the room. It's about proving you're the most disciplined. You identified your why, building a lasting habit. That habit is the foundation of the specialist mindset. A growth mindset means you don't view non-impact as easy. You view it as a surgical approach to longevity. You are refining the machine today so it can roar tomorrow. Embrace the burn, respect the mechanics, and let's build a version of you that moves without limits. And let's get to work. Okay, so SMART goal review. Your goal, work out each day with non-impact exercises. Is it specific, measurable? We went through this on the slide deck. Joint preparation, neural activation, and synovial fluid circulation. We went through that. Zero impact, strength and stability, posture recovery. You have completed the first step. And of course, I can add in, ab finisher, build a 12-minute hit if I want to continue with this one. All right, and of course, we still have, so this is just for yourself, just a posture protocol throughout the day. Correction, cervical retraction, pull chin back to create a double chin, forward head. So this is an issue, forward head, rounded shoulders, lower back arch. There's just a friendly reminder to fix things out. And we do have the fitness test timer on here as well too, so you don't have to break out your timer on your phone. You keep on the same page. Okay, so let's stop sharing that. So that is the Day One Den Specialist Assistant Coach with the parameters of putting in information in regards to the 7-day jumpstart. And let's go back here again. So the classroom, 7-day jumpstart mini course. I went through quite a bit on this one. Day one, the foundation, fueling the fighter, discipline, active recovery, resilience, community challenge, reset and reflect. Okay, so we have, so the information is there. Now, what do you do with that information? You go through it. There are quick little snippets for that day. Touch base on the community tab. Write something, post your workouts. Any questions? How did you feel after the workout? Right? The more input you have, or the more connection you have with us inside the den, the more higher chances of probability of you succeeding. And let's see here. Oops. You are sharing your screen. Oh, crap. There we go. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to put you guys to the side for now. Here, you can take a look at the dog. Zeus. Here, take a look at the pool outside. Did I do anything on there? What, I felt it sound weird. All right, give me a second here. We have Cal. Give me 1 second, team. I'm just doing a little quick, making sure that this is going to work. Hope that wasn't too fast for you guys. Let's fix that. So another thing too, I'm always working on updating the ecosystem of the Day One Den and the Fighter FedEx apps for everybody. Like my acapella. Hey, like my singing? All right, so let's share that screen. Specialist, we have the Athlete Performance System. I've been working on this one for the past couple of days. Well, longer than that, actually. I've been updating it as we go through. And even though I am not Mr. Code developer here, but all right, so I just quickly put things in. It's not accurate for my input here. So, my name, email address, age, weight, height. Now, one thing I wanted to have to include, which took me good, how many hours the past, so the weekends, what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at least 6-7 hours a day on this one. But I am obviously super thankful because this would have cost freaking $100,000 for sure to create. I mentioned this to you guys before. What's his name? Tom Hardy. No, I forgot Tom Hardy. Is that an actor? Tom Hardy. One of the fitness NFL superstars. He is now a co-founder, or he not co-founder, but he invested $100 million into a fitness app. I touched base on this already. It is a video app based exercises. You touch base with a coach every 2 weeks, I believe. Right. So now with our Fighter Fit X Day One Den ecosystem, we have the assistant coach. Now we have the calorie performance system on your phone. If I choose file, you can take a picture. Of course, this is an estimate. Nothing wrong with estimates. It can take a picture of the food you are eating. So let's say you're at a restaurant. I know some of you guys you foodies out there. You can take you love taking pictures. Well, upload that photo or that picture into the performance system app here, and it'll give you a rough estimate of those calories and macro breakdown. Okay, so this is also an estimate, just in case you may not know. Of course, you can always put in coach's notes of what restaurant you are eating, and it will, of course, internet access. It will, research that specific food. Now, I put in, there is a special formula for the meal plan prepping here, based on my gender, age, my activity level. I put 6 to 7 days a week because I am very active. I do 6 days a week. Muscle growth, why not? Let's add in some muscle. And my diet preference is balanced. Restrictions, I don't have any. All right. That is very high because it wants muscle growth. So I definitely have to increase my calorie intake. Now that is high for me. But that's if I want to increase my my muscle mass. Fighter Fit X Performance Protocol, Ryan's 4,700 calorie mass and power phase. Daily targets, protein, target metacross, 5 to 6 feeding windows, balance the sport, high intensity training, and hormonal health, right? So kickboxing and weight training, my running, and especially visiting family here in the Cayman Islands, right? It's the engine starter, breakfast, mid-morning shake, lunch, pre-workout, dinner, and late snack. Day 1. Dried oats, do it. Grilled chicken breast, love it. Large bagel, not really a fan of bagels, but all right, just for this. Day 2, sustained power, 4 large eggs, I'm down. Afternoon fuel, 1 cup of cottage cheese with pineapple chunks and sunflower seeds. Oh, I'm down for that. Salmon fillet, quinoa. Day 3, day 4, 6, and 7. Specialist notes. Hydration at this calorie intake. This is intake because I want muscle growth. You must drink at least 4 liters of water daily to help your kidneys and digest and process this load. The hidden calories, if you struggle to finish the meal, so add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to your rice or shakes. That's an easy 120 calories. That will make you feel full. Digestion, if you feel bloated, prioritize white rice over brown rice and cooked veggies over raw salad. Consistency, 4,700 calories is a job. Don't skip the shakes. They are your safety net for hitting those targets. Train harder, eat harder, and let's get to work. Now, of course, again, this is our assistant here. Questions and inquiries about certain foods, touch base. This is a blueprint, 7-day blueprint on this one, but that we do have this. And of course, the take a picture of your food. That is one thing I added into the ecosystem of Fighter Fit X. What else am I missing here? We have we also, wait, this is performance. No, that's not performance. Sorry, this is not performance. This is the Fit Cal. The Fighter Fit X calorie. And I'll save the other one, performance one, for next time. So let's close that one, live. All right, team. All right, so there you go. So we have the Fighter Fit X day one on the 7-day jumpstart. We have the 7-day trial on the workout here. Okay, so unlimited 7 days, cycle through, build that 28-minute block, have fun, copy and paste, take down the long digit number so you can have it as reference. And if you do enjoy, let's say this one gave me a different exercise workout. Each day, yeah, we got that. Controlled cat-cow. So let's double check here. Where are those numbers? Let's see here. So those are the numbers, 993 at the end. Yeah, so this one is different. Now what I can do, I'm pretty sure it is capable if once I copy and paste this and I copy that number and I go into, I'm going to do this live just in case if I mess up. What I can do is, you know what, I'm on day 2 of the jumpstart. I can copy and paste this, making sure I put it into the operational boundaries or the text box and say, you know what, yesterday I completed this workout with those digits, with those numbers, and it will recall what we just did. So we have the quadruped cat-cow with segmental control. We have the world's greatest stretch. We have ISO explosive squat tucks or knee tucks, 30 seconds work. Lower into a squat, 3 seconds, hold at the bottom, then stand up as fast as possible without leaving the ground. I was going to say, hey, we shouldn't. There's no high impact on this one. Shadow boxing, 30 seconds work times 4. We have bird dog, glute bridge, prone Y and W extensions for that shoulder health. We have 90-90 hip decompression. Then we have, of course, our box breathing, and we can add in a little more abs or stretching or planks into for another 10-minute or 7-minute workout if you want to. All right, there we go, team. Stop sharing. Hopefully I was sharing that. Well, imagine I wasn't sharing that. Oh, I wasn't sharing it. Oh, it's all good. Don't worry. You guys heard me. You guys heard me talk. It's all good. You guys did see the slide deck. You saw the day one specialist talking through that specific slide deck information. I did show you guys the Fit Cal and the new update, which took my brain, even though it's still it's very frustrating. So it definitely helped my workout this morning, hitting that heavy bag. So that's another thing too. So with dealing with stress, that's another thing we want to touch base on. And inside the den here is, talking about stress levels, talking about, you guys already see with the Fall in Love with Fitness Summit speakers. And if you guys are watching live right here, if you guys want to be a speaker, come on, let's meet up remotely, obviously with remote video coaching. And if you are a nutritionist, mindset coach, yoga instructor, or even just an athlete who went through some stuff and you came through it, and you have a story to share, and that will benefit the audience, that'll benefit the people, right? So because everybody has a story to tell and something that they overcome, and that mindset, the actions taken that you took to get out of that position is vital for people to hear, right? So we have to showcase. I say showcase a lot in the previous one, so let's fine tune that one. So we want to speak from the heart so that other people with an open mindset can hear our story and use what we share for them to learn and adapt and become a better person. All right. Much love, guys. Be safe, be cool, have fun. Work with the 7-day jumpstart. My people on live here. Free 7 days for the school community. We have the free 7-day unlimited 7-day generations for the assistant coach, and of course the Fighter Fit X calorie. All right, bye guys. Stop recording. We'll end this call. How was the audio and video? Very good, school community. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed that, sitting through here. So again, come through, and I'd love to see you guys live on video inside our group coaching. And like I said, I'm visiting family, so we got the doggies. And we got the older doggies chilling out. And it is a beautiful day. All right, team. Again, be safe, be cool, have fun, and see you next time.